Het Lamat-team uit Amerika, welke in de afgelopen periode medische missie heeft uitgevoerd in Suriname, heeft het team, of een deel van het team, dan ook een vraaggesprek gehad met de Surinaamse media om te vertellen wat zij in feite allemaal hier hebben gedaan, wat hun ervaring is en onder welke omstandigheden zij de afgelopen periode allemaal hebben moeten werken.
I'm Major Jacob Williams, United States Air Force.
I am Dr. Jacob Braun, United States Army.
Staff Sergeant Chelsea Navy, United States Air Force.
Staff Sergeant Dreesen Botkin, United States Army.
Starting with you, can you tell us a little bit about your experience in Suriname?
Yes, it was a wonderful experience. So my particular mission set was medical support. So we were responsible for the distribution of supplies and some of the assessment of the equipment and the medical equipment that we would be, the rest of the team would be using. And making sure we left the hospital and the dental clinic in better shape than we found it. If we used it, we wanted to make sure we improved it, and really enabling the medical providers to do their job.
Yes, and you guys came with your own supplies.
We did. We came with a portion of what we would need. We weren't able to bring everything we needed, and this is where the cooperation came in. The hospital here was able to really help us out. We were able to share both knowledge and supplies to make the mission a success.
Yeah, and I came to understand that the supplies will be left here in Suriname.
That is correct. That is correct. Everything we brought in that wasn't utilized during our operations are left to be donated, and they've already been distributed between the hospital and the dental partners. The total amount. In kilograms, I think it was 1,300 kilograms worth of medical supplies and equipment that we brought, and that was the size of it. The value, the dollar value in U.S., I want to say it was around $105,000, I think, worth of supplies. And this was just for the stuff we brought in, and there was also the donation for the opening ceremonies that was around $30,000 worth of supplies as well.
Yes, I came to understand that you guys are going now to Guyana and St. Lucia.
Yes.
So there is more supplies for those countries?
Yes, very, very similar setup that we're doing in both of those countries with supplies and the value of the stuff we're going to be bringing there. And we look forward to, again, partnering with them as well and having as good a relationship as we've had with the people of Suriname.
Yes. What will you miss the most?
The Nasi. Big fan of the. I got to become a big fan of the Nasi kit. So I'll probably miss that.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yes, so I'm an emergency medicine physician from the United States, so I integrated into the emergency medicine team here. It was a phenomenal experience. The emergency medicine physicians and general practitioners, the residents, they're all phenomenal doctors here. We had a huge collaborative sharing of information. We worked together doing ultrasounds, discussion of airway, different arrhythmias. I think the most important thing, though, is that we shared that information and it's improving patient care. I know personally myself, I've learned a lot of new emergency medicine. It's really, really phenomenal, the skills that the doctors have here. In particular, the residents, I think they're phenomenal. You can tell they have a great amount of compassion for their communities. They're very skilled procedurally. They have great medical competency. I personally work with residents at home, and I would put them against any of my medical residents at home in their training. Yeah.
And what will you miss the most?
Oh, I'm going to miss the residents. They're phenomenal. I've made some really great relationships with the other physicians here. They always are welcome at my home and in our hospital, so I'm going to really miss them.
Yeah. And as they said during the speeches, that they hope that you guys come again. Yes. Do you think there is a second time?
Oh, I don't know that I can speak to that, but I hope that I get the opportunity to come back a second time. I absolutely love Suriname. I've fallen in love with this country, and I hope I get another opportunity to work here at the academic hospital.
Yeah, but before coming to Suriname, did you know anything about this country?
I did not know a lot. I have known that it was in South America, just due to the general population, the area that it was, but I did not know much about the culture, and I'm really glad I got to experience that. It's really opened up a breadth of knowledge for me and opened up my eyes to a different place in the world.
Yes. And going back, what is the first thing you will tell friends and family about our country?
Oh, I've already started telling my friends and family and my colleagues back home. I have a group chat with them. I'm just going to tell them how impressed I am by the people are, the culture, and just how excellent all the physicians are. And I really hope that we can collaborate in the future.
Yeah. And the quality of work that the Surinamese team is doing here in his own country. What would you say about that?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, they're so greatly trained. In many respects, I've said that to my friends that they can do more with less, just because in the United States we do have a little bit more technology and resources at the hospital. So their skill in doing that, they sometimes are actually able to do more than what that we are. So I think they're absolutely phenomenal physicians.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yes, I enjoyed my experience at the dental clinic. Getting to meet the staff, they were amazing. Getting to interact with the patients and educating them on oral health. I had a very great experience. I would love to come back.
Yes. And does it differ from what you do in America and what you had done here at EATV?
I will have to say it didn't differ. The only thing was I was in a different country. It was pretty much the same treatment. We used the same equipment, so not much different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the environment in which you had to work?
The environment was great. We did get a chance to go to Ready Dodi. That was a little different. We had fewer supplies, but we made it work.
And what will you bring back, like the best memories from Suriname?
Oh, the people that I've met. Just the great relationships. I think we'll probably talk for a lifetime. Some of the people I met here in Suriname. Yes.
And there are possibilities that you will come back with the medical team, or just for vacation?
I would hope so. I would hope so. Yes. I would hope that possibility is high.
And what were the lessons learned for you?
Some of the lessons were just to adapt, just, being in a new environment and learning your equipment. That was the biggest lesson for me, just to adapt and become flexible. Yes.
Yes. You, sir, can you tell us about your experience?
My experience here at AZP and in Suriname was it's an amazing experience. Having the opportunity to work with the operating room staff and really just understanding surgery in other countries it's a blessing and an opportunity that I'm grateful for to have that.
Working in other hospitals around the world?
I can't speak for other hospitals around the world. I can say for the Army, we've done other missions into other countries,
Like
Afghanistan, combat zone type of war zone surgeries. Which doesn't compare to what we do here. This is far more scheduled. This is far more structured. But the interaction with the population and the staff here has just been so amazing. I'm absolutely grateful. Even to the scrub cap that I'm wearing today was actually given to me by one of the scrub nurses here, and it's amazing opportunity.
yes, and the environment in which you had to work?
Here, the environment is almost the same. Everything was in the OR. We like to focus on sterility, and we like to focus on making sure that we don't have any outside interaction to come into the operating room theater. So here is the same way. It's the same thing. A few temperature degrees difference, but it's still all the same type of surgery. It's still all the same quality of care. Right?
Was it stressful?
I don't think it was stressful. I think it was long, hard days, but in the words of ACP, when you have the moving lives forward concept in mind, that's really what it all comes down to. The tiredness doesn't set in until, after it's all said and done, and then you're like, oh, this is what we did today.
The lessons learned?
Be humble. Be humble. I think it's all about making sure that, no matter where you're coming from in the world, no matter what you're doing, is you have to be humble with what you have. You're not always going to be the most experienced person in the room, but as long as you can have the ability to look around and say, hey, I can learn from this, or I can learn from this person, I think that's what Suriname really gave to me today.
Is there a second time?
I wish. I can't give a yes or a no, but I most definitely wish I could. If the Army gives me the opportunity, I'm hopping on that.